It's a 94 Harley Softail.
That's what you call a mean machine.
There'll be packs of them tearing up the island if the Defoe resort goes ahead.
Is that all you ever think about? You're getting really, really boring.
They're going to build a whole new facility. New base, housing, school, everything.
You mean if the Defoe resort development is approved, the whole communications base will be moved?
Exactly. And Senator Fox has issued a directive. All base personnel must maintain absolute secrecy and neutrality. He must express no opinion for or against the Defoe development to anyone, especially the Commissioner, Dr. Timothy Cartwright. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Good.
Sir, what about the staff at the present school?
Andrea Selby. I expect she'll be staying. The classroom will be set up for the hearing. I'm sure you'll approve, Mrs. Defoe.
Has the Commissioner arrived yet?
No, no sign of him yet.
I'll help you set up the school for the hearing. We'll use your desk for the Commissioner, rows of chairs for the spectators. Andrea, is there something wrong?
Another rejection.
Rejection?
If the resort goes ahead, then I'm not going to be staying on Circe Island. I've applied everywhere. Nothing.
I know where there's a job. Or will be.
Where?
I can't say. I'm under strict orders not to reveal. The communications base will be moving to an island up north. They'll be building a new school there. You'd be perfect as the principal. You won't let on to anyone?
Believe me, I won't.
I'll let you know when the time is right. Of course, preference will be given to a married applicant.
Well, that rules me out. Thanks, Harry. Bye.
Yeah, see you, Andrea.
Can something be done? That's not the kind of tourist the Commissioner's going to want to see. Especially if he brought the rest of his gang.
For once we agree on something.
I'll have Mr. Indakis look into it.
And when the Commissioner arrives, will you tell him that he's invited out to the launch for a drink?
She's gonna try and influence him. She'll probably have the Commissioner eating out of her hand in no time.
Well, two can play at that game.
You there! This is Hermes Indakis, Chief of Security. Put out that bar and pack up. There's no camping on this island, and you need a permit for the fire. There's a substantial fine, and I could confiscate...
I've got a permit.
Says here you're Dr. Timothy Cartwright, Commissioner for the Crown Lands Tribunal. This must be stolen.
Nope, that's me. Friends call me Tiny Tim. I'm here to convene a hearing on the proposed development at Tranquility Bay.
That's the Commissioner?
Doesn't look that tiny.
Mrs. Defoe, I've got some very important information for you.
What is it, Kelvin? I'm very busy.
That huge bikie, he is the Commissioner.
Oh, yes?
He is. His name is Dr. Timothy Cartwright. Now, he might be a problem, but don't worry. I've got a plan.
Kelvin, I'm grateful to you for this information, but this is adult business.
Trust me. I'll take care of it.
Cartwright. Get on to it.
It's so peaceful here. No crowds, no hype. Humanity in harmony with nature.
Of course, some unscrupulous people might try to influence you, tell you that development would be good for Circe Island. They can't be trusted.
And you wouldn't try to influence me, would you?
No, not us.
Good. I like to make up my own mind.
Andrea, I had an idea about the job at the new base.
Oh, you said preference would be given to married applicants, so I'm afraid I don't qualify.
Exactly. So what I had in mind is somewhat unconventional. I propose that you and I become engaged.
Engaged? To be married?
Oh, just as a matter of convenience, of course. When you apply for the job, you say you're engaged to be married. Then, once you have the job... This was my mother's engagement ring. It's an antique. I want you to have it.
That's very sweet, Mr. Andakis, but it wouldn't be honest.
Don't give me an answer now. Think about it. I'm on a mission. Must fly.
Lovely day, Andrea. Where did you get the beautiful ring?
This? Well, it belongs to Mr. Andakis' mother. It's an engagement ring.
How wonderful!
Oh, no, it's not what you think, Mrs. Archer. It's... Well, Mr. Andakis just asked me to... well, keep it for him.
Whatever you say, dear.
It's stuck.
Are you sure this is going to work, Kelvin? Of course I am. It's reverse psychology. As soon as he sees that we're a bunch of social misfits, full of nothing but pent-up rage against a community that offers us no future but a bleak wasteland of sand dunes, he is sure to think that this is a brilliant idea.
I want it damaged!
Yeah! Wreck, slash, burn!
Paint it black!
Yeah, that's the spirit. Now remember, no future, no jobs, no fun, and no hope. Nothing but rage, 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 rage. Okay, that's good. Let's go. Okay.
Cool chopper! Hey! How old do you have to be to join a gang?
Yeah, mate, like the Hills Angels.
I wouldn't know. I belong to Motorcycle Enthusiasts Club. Mostly doctors and lawyers.
Well, do you like rumble? Terrorise all those little dog towns?
Yeah,
mate, yeah!
More like nature excursions and Sunday picnics. You kids from around here?
Yeah, this tub, Dullsville, the Pittsburgh,
Pittsburgh, mate! I just can't wait to get out. You know, go to the mainland and get on the dole.
What about you?
Me? Gonna be an artist. Spread me name in high places, mate.
Yeah. I mean, it'll be different if something was happening here, like a development or something. Yeah. We might want to stay. Yeah, get a job.
Yeah, become useful citizens.
Let's not be stupid.
Yeah.
Let's see. Bellini? Keogh? Crump. Your school records indicate quite a different set of aptitudes and aspirations. You sure you're not trying to influence a federal official?
You know, I really think we should go now.
Yeah.
Our homework to do.
Reverse psychology. You need a brain scan.
Maybe it's a trick engagement ring. Once you get it on, it shrinks.
Oh, it's not funny. I've got to give it back before he gets the wrong idea.
The knuckle's swollen. I think you've dislocated it. Happened to Susan once when she was trying on a girlfriend's ring.
Well, what am I going to do?
Pack it in ice. The swelling should go down in a day or two.
Not that long.
Well, I could cut the ring off. Or the finger.
Miss Elvie, we just heard. It is marvellous news, wonderful news. I wish you every happiness and many babies.
A wedding? There hasn't been a wedding on Circe Island for years.
And Mr. Andakis is such a... he's so...
It's the latest model camera. You can even operate it with this remote control.
That's the area we think will have the main entertainment centre.
Oh, yeah?
Here they come. Come on, Ralph. Get me in the picture as they pass.
Further in that direction, we plan to have the golf course.
Right.
Well, we think it'd be really beautiful. We can really look after the air and have the wildflowers. That was wonderful. I haven't been on one of these since I was a teenager. Thank you, Dr. Carr. Cartwright.
Yeah, I know, happy to oblige. Always loved bikes myself.
Won't you join me on the launch for a drink?
Thank you. I'd be delighted.
I told Mummy she should ask for a ride.
Boat's more down at the jetty.
She'll stop at nothing to win him over.
It didn't seem like he could be easily influenced.
Dream on, Gavin. Rosalind Defoe will have him purring like a pussycat.
Look! It's the Marlene! Jake's back! He's come back to help us! He said he wasn't finished with the Defoe Corporation. I knew we could trust him. You'll see. Jake! Jake!
It's lovely to see you again.
Ralph, turn it on with the remote.
That's wicked. I still can't get it off.
You got to stop trying. Let the swelling go down.
Right. Let's get this hearing underway, shall we? Well, I've read all the submissions, both for and against the Tranquility Bay resort development. Now, before I hear from interested parties, I'd like to call on Mr. Jake Lennon.
Mr. Commissioner, I don't believe Mr. Lennon has any standing in these proceedings.
I beg to differ. He's here representing the Foundation for the Greening of Development, an international non-profit organisation that advises on projects of this kind.
So as you can see from these few brief examples, the Defoe Corporation has a history that concerns the Foundation. The previous resorts they have built have caused considerable environmental damages, despite their earlier assurances in tribunals such as this one.
Mr. Commissioner, may I ask Mr. Lennon if he ever prepared an environmental impact study for the Victor Development Group?
Yes.
Thank you. And would you agree that the Victor Development Group is a major competitor of the Defoe Corporation?
Yes.
Mr. Commissioner, I'm becoming concerned that we have a conflict of interest here.
Miss Bartholomew doesn't quite have her facts straight. I did indeed prepare a study for the Victor Development Group, but as a consultant for the Foundation for the Greening of Development. We provide advice on environmentally responsible development free of charge to any corporation who asks for our help.
I'm not interested in discussing who Mr. Lennon works for. What I want to know is this. Does your foundation have any objections to the plans that have been presented for the resort to be built on Cersei Island Crown land?
We have our doubts about the Defoe Corporation's real intentions, but we have no objections to the plans as presented.
I'm really sorry. I owe you an apology.
Accepted?
So why didn't you just tell us?
Because I couldn't risk it, mate. I was trying to find out Mrs. Defoe's true plans. See, I don't believe that model inside is what they're going to build.
You mean they get approval and change the plans?
Well, that's what she's done in the past. I was hoping she would trust someone on the island with the facts, and then I'd find out. But she was way too clever. If I'd have been a fly on the wall at one of those meetings, it might have been a different story, though.
Well, you tried your best. We still might be able to figure out...
Do you still have the remote control to Victoria Elizabeth's camera?
Yeah, why?
I've just figured out how to be a fly on the wall.
Dr. Cartwright, I'm Kelvin Crump. Sorry about that little scene the other day.
Very creative, but not too smart.
Well, I've been thinking. Well, we've been thinking. The island is our home, so why can't we have our say at the hearing?
No, you've got a point there. OK, tomorrow, before I make my judgment.
Thank you.
Yes!
Give me the remote.
We shouldn't be doing this. It's immoral.
Do you want to find out what they're up to or not?
Yes, but...
Okay, cover for me. Muck about or something, but don't get too close. We don't want to frighten them off.
Oh, yeah, it's pretty good. Not as good as last time.
I've already shown the above-ground alternative to Senator Fox. He accepts our explanations and is happy to approve the changes when called upon.
I agree. The impact statement really presents us with no insurmountable obstacle to develop the resort in the most cost-effective way. Senator Fox can be a most pragmatic man when the need arises. As for the Commissioner, he's a lightweight. We'll have no trouble getting him to rubber stamp the project.
Victoria, there's a fire.
Hi, everyone. What's happening?
Not much. You've left the record on.
I must have hit the button accidentally.
Yeah, I'll just check the tape.
Yeah.
for you.
Oh, look, it's seagulls. Oh, look at that seagull. Very rare, you know. Must be a girl one.
Here you go.
Thanks, Ralph.
Yeah.
I'll go find some wallabies.
Yeah.
Bye. We'll see you later. Got it.
Their report shows that it should be a multi-level underground car park to protect the fragile dune ecology in the area. But that adds $16 million to the cost. My projections show
Not a
that...
problem. Once we have approval, our engineers will deliver a report showing that the geological formation is too unstable to tunnel into.
I've already shown Stop there. Play that bit again.
Once we have approval, our engineers will deliver a report showing that the geological formation is too unstable to tunnel into.
It's just like Jake said. They get the approval and then change the plans. So we play this tape at the hearing tomorrow and no more resort.
Right.
Wrong. This tape was illegally obtained. Defoe's lawyer would pull the plug within 5 seconds. We'd be in huge trouble. There might be another way, but I'd have to check it out with my mum.
The Defoe Corporation, through the wisdom and concern of Mrs. Defoe, has dealt us a golden opportunity. Would you force us to leave Cersei Island to find fulfilment, prosperity and employment? Ladies and gentlemen, ask not what you can do for the children of Cersei Island. Ask what the children of Cersei Island can do for you.
Thank you, Kelvin. Quite a difference from your last performance. Is there anyone else?
We have looked at every aspect of the proposed development. Quite frankly, we were trying to find fault. But we have come to the conclusion that it is a model of environmental responsibility, imaginative architecture, and progressive social planning. We are therefore entirely in favour of it.
The underground car park is a perfect example of responsible planning. If it was above ground, it would be large, unsightly, and cause considerable damage to flora and fauna of the dunes. We know that the Defoe Corporation would not make idle promises simply to win approval for the development. We are sure that they would be happy to post a bond to guarantee that all parts of the plan are accomplished. Thank you.
What does that all mean?
It means that they'll have to pay lots and lots of money if they change anything.
Does anyone wish to speak against the development? Well, in that case, subject to the posting of a forfeitable bond guaranteeing exact compliance with all aspects of the plan, I hereby grant approval for the Tranquility Bay development.
A lightweight, you say?
Mrs. Defoe, I'm sorry. I had no idea.
Mrs. Defoe! Congratulations, we won! Isn't that fantastic?
I will not be blackmailed. I will not have my corporation put at risk of bankruptcy. If Rosalind Defoe's word is not good enough for the people of Cersei Island, then I shall find an island that's able to appreciate what I can do for it.
What happened?
Andrea, what on earth are you doing? I'm going to get this ring off no matter what I have to do. Get a dose of frostbite's more like. What ring?
Oh, it's gone! Hooray!
Yeah, but where?
Oh, no!
I still don't get it. Why did she pull out?
The car park, dummy. It was going to cost $16 million extra to build it underground.
It was never going to happen.
But how did you know?
saw it on telly.
Mr. Andakis. Hermes. I know why you gave me this ring, but I can't accept it.
But I thought that...
You thought only of my welfare. You're motivated by the goodness of your heart rather than your true feelings. Here's your ring. I release you from your burden of protection. I'll keep this until you find the real woman of your dreams. The one who can truly love you. Why don't you ask me to dance?
Miss Selby, would you do me the honour?
Mr. Andakis, I'd be delighted.
I see it, but I don't believe it.
Miss Selby, how could you?
Oh, it's pathetic. Gross. I'm going to throw up.
Nah, let him enjoy the moment.
There's always tomorrow.